Welcome back everyone. Today I'm actually doing a slightly different video. It's going to be an unboxing, and it's actually going to be an unboxing of this super cheap diesel heater that everyone knows you can get off your favourite auction sites. This one came in at £78.99, so under £80. I've been seeing a few around about the £110 mark, 120, and I just thought, you know what? Don't really care, I'll just buy the absolute cheapest one out there and just see how terrible it is. So in this video, I'm going to very quickly open the box, and then I might actually go out to the van and have a look at where we're going to install it. And then maybe for a second part of the video, we'll look at installing it, firing it up, and I will share all the problems we have with it as we go. Let's get into it. So we'll get this box out first, take a look what's in there. Oh, nearly cut myself in the hand with a pair of scissors there. I don't know why these people kind of cut opening boxes with katanas and swords and stuff. It's a bit dangerous really, but just a pair of straightforward scissors is dangerous enough. So what have we got in this box? Well, we have got the exhaust pipe. That's more robust than I thought it'd be. It's actually quite stiff. I almost thought it'd just be kind of like a flexible hose, but that's the exhaust. We've got an air inlet pipe, and we've got a hot pipe, probably the exhaust side for the fresh air, and the inlet side if you need that. Might not need that. What else have we got? We have got a whole bag full of goodies here. Didn't actually show all these goodies in the online auction, so I've actually got a T-splitter here so we can take a hot end off to the front and back of the van. Didn't show that we had one of those, so that's a bonus. Our fuel line, I think this is the fuel line we use after the pump. We've got, oh look at this, I've got a pair of these fittings. I'm actually already impressed. So for £80 or under £80, I got all the bits that they showed in the picture plus some more. So we've got two grills there. I think you can rotate those. What else have we got? We've got more stuff than we want to go into here, but we've got some kind of a pipe for coupling. We've got lots of kind of hose clamps and hose clips. Zip ties 10 to the dozen, that's all right. Jubilee clips large, Jubilee clips small. We've got the air inlet filter. So this is actually the filter for the air that goes into the combustion chamber, and there is a bit of a grill on there to stop bugs and stuff getting into the combustion chamber. I've heard that apparently you want a better mesh than that, but you can take that mesh out and clean it, so that's great. And then we have a muffler here. Now this muffler to me looks like a much smaller muffler than some of the mufflers I've seen in the videos, and as I look into it you can see straight through. There isn't any kind of baffles from one port to the other, but I can see some mesh. I can feel some mesh and a spring in there, so there must be some sort of energy absorbing capacity that should muffle it a little bit, but don't really think that will help a great deal. It'll be interesting to see if it does. And apart from there being a diesel filter, a wiring loom, and a load of zip ties and wires and connectors, that's it for that box. So already quite impressed with the optional extras in there. Sometimes when you look at these really cheap kits and you need to take care of this, the cheapest kits, they call them like a basic kit or something like that, and it's a bit sly, but what they are missing in the picture is actually the fuel tank and the muffler. So generally when you're buying one for about £100, you're not getting the muffler, you're not getting the fuel tank. So I wouldn't have been surprised if I was missing bits, and it turns out I'm not. Okay, so the next box we're going to get into, I hope, has the pump. This is where we find out that it was the basic version without the actual heater unit itself, and we've just got the accessories. Hope that's not the case. Let's cut this box open here. And there we go. So what do we have in this box? We have, quite heavy, the diesel heater itself. So So there's our combustion chamber in a very nice fake carbon fibre dip there, fantastic. The box feels fairly heavy. There's a nice rubber gasket on the bottom, the wiring loom. You know, for the price, I wouldn't want to sell that weight of metal for 80 quid. You know, that feels reasonable. Let's pop that to one side. We also have our pulse pump. If you are looking into these and you've heard that they're noisy, that was my main worry about this, is the noise of this pump banging around. So I'm going to try a few different mounting locations. I'll probably try up the front of the van and also try under the van. And if it still makes too much noise, I have seen online, you can get these. You get one called a super silent pulse pump for diesel heaters. It's really for the more expensive heaters, but there is a special one of these designed that apparently is inaudible in any case. So I may upgrade, but we'll see how that goes. It has a rating on it, 22 millilitres. That means it will provide 22 millilitres per pulse, I'm guessing. I don't know, but I'm guessing that's what it says, 12 volts DC. So that's great. Let's see what controller we got. Oh, it looks like we've actually got the better controller, the one with the temperature control and not just a big rotary dial on it. So, you know, again, wouldn't have been surprised if it was the cheaper controller. So that's quite nice. Yeah, there's only 3 wires go down there, so it must use a serial communication to actually control the unit. I've got my remote control as well, so I can turn it on and off from outside the van or from somewhere else. I don't know what the range is on that, but I've used these before for projects, and the range is usually fairly good. They're not the best, but they're definitely not the cheapest. There's some really bad ones out there where you actually kind of pull a telescopic antenna up on the top. So as far as the remote goes, I'm fingers crossed that will go. Of course, I'm sounding quite positive at this point. Who knows, when I plug it in, it might catch on fire or explode or something like that, but we'll put a few hours in before we get to there. Right, finally underneath, I'm really surprised we do have a diesel pickup pipe. Okay, I'm really surprised. For 79 or 78 pound, I thought this would be like a customer return. I thought some of the bits would be damaged or something, but nope, they are actually pushing these things out for 79 quid now. I don't know what that is in dollars. Let's have it in dollars right now. Yeah, I think that's basically dirt cheap. Let's carry on. Mounting plate as expected. And finally our 10 litre or roughly 2 gallon fuel container. I got no idea whether I'm going to use this fuel container or not. Don't really know a good location for it in my van. But then again, I also don't really want to drill a hole in my tank. I'm completely undecided what I'm going to do regards to fuel at the moment. I think I might use an aftermarket fuel tank, but I'll probably play with this one to test it out. But who knows? That's it. We've got some instructions. Oh, they're not really instructions. They just talk about the lights on the display and the error codes. There isn't actually any fitting instructions as such, which is a good thing that there's like 10,000 videos on YouTube about fitting these pumps. And there'll be 10,001 once I've uploaded mine as well. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Let's pack that back up and probably wait for daylight to try and fit it now.